They say one scan can change everything, but what if that scan, maybe the one on your morning coffee cup, turns your life upside down? For one person, a harmless QR code became an invisible stalker, tightening its grip on their privacy, their devices, and their sense of safety. This isn't just a story about paranoia, it's a warning. If you've ever scanned an unknown QR code, hit like and stay with me. Because sometimes the smallest choices in an ordinary day can open the door to something you never saw coming. The innocent scan that changes everything. Alex's story begins on a morning that could belong to anyone. She stops at a local cafe, order her coffee, and as the barista hands over the cup, something stands out. A QR code, bold and crisp against the paper. Maybe there's a discount, maybe a loyalty reward. With barely a thought, Alex raises her phone and scans the code, just as they've done 100 times before. These codes are everywhere now, on menus, posters, even street corners. Most people don't pause to wonder what's behind them. The scan pulls up a web page. It's blank except for the words, "Page not found." It feels harmless, almost boring. Alex frowns, pockets her phone, and moves on. The moment passes without a second thought. But as the day wears on, things start to shift. It begins with small annoyances. Alex unlocks her phone and notices a slight delay, a hesitation before the screen wakes up, like it's thinking. Then Instagram opens to a scrambled feed, posts out of order, familiar faces replaced by strangers. A ghostly DM notification lingers, but when Alex checks, there's nothing there. The glitches seem random, easy to brush off. Maybe the phone's due for an update. Maybe the Wi-Fi's acting up. Alex shrugs, chalks it up to tech being tech. Later that night, as Alex is winding down, a buzz cuts through the low hum of a podcast. The phone lights up with a single unsourced message. "We know you're curious." There's no sender, no app, just those words. Alex stares at the screen, a chill running through their chest. Is it spam? A prank? For a moment they hover over the keyboard, unsure what to do. What would you do? Alex tries to reply, but the keyboard freezes. The app closes itself. The phone sits heavy in her hand, silent and unresponsive. Alex hopes a reboot will fix it. It doesn't. From that point, the oddities pile up. Notifications flicker and vanish before Alex can read them. Unread emails disappear from the inbox. Her smartwatch vibrates with strange coded blips, sequences that make no sense. The glitches spread, subtle but persistent, creeping into every device Alex owns. Each time she tries to ignore it, another strange event pulls them back in. The feeling grows. Something is wrong. Alex retraces her steps, thinking back to the QR code on the coffee cup. The sticker is still there on the cup, ink smudged but the code sharp as ever. It looked harmless, but now it feels like a warning. The strange behavior isn't just a string of bad luck. It's personal, targeted, and growing harder to explain away. By now, the devices that once felt familiar are starting to feel foreign. Notifications arrive at odd hours, sometimes referencing things Alex never said aloud. Her smartwatch buzzes with patterns that seem almost intentional. The line between coincidence and threat blurs, and a low anxiety settles in. Alex's world is beginning to tilt. The phone, the watch, these things were supposed to be tools, not sources of dread. But as the glitches become harder to ignore, Alex faces a question that would shake anyone. What happens when your devices stop working for you and start working against you? When your devices turn against you. For Alex, the shift was subtle at first, a creeping sense that something was off. But soon, her phone felt foreign, its familiar glow now a source of unease. The glitches grew bolder. Notifications appeared without messages behind them. Emails Alex never wrote landed in her outbox, as if someone else was using their hands. Then, the ads changed. Gone were the generic product pitches. Instead, one ad flashed a private phrase from a conversation Alex had whispered to a friend, something never typed or posted. The next ad was sharper. "We heard you've been talking," paired with a lock for their front door. Alex's heart hammered. This wasn't coincidence. Someone was listening. Persistent airdrop requests followed, first in a crowded street, then again at home, each one from an unknown sender. The device buzzed in Alex's palm, a silent reminder that the watcher could be anywhere. Declining the requests didn't help. The notifications returned, relentless, as if the person behind her was growing bolder with every attempt. One evening, as Alex tried to escape into a podcast, a new notification cut through every safeguard. No sender, no app, just a message. "Are you enjoying the game?" Below it, a link Alex refused to touch. She tried to swipe the message away, but it reappeared instantly, stubborn and immovable. That same phrase had flashed briefly in an earlier notification, dismissed as nonsense. Now, it was impossible to ignore. The real fear arrived late at night. Alex scrolled through their phone, desperate for distraction, when the screen suddenly flashed. A line of text glowed in red, unmoving on the lock screen. It was their home address, complete with the apartment number. The device felt hot in their hand. Alex dropped it onto the bed, breath frozen. For a moment, the world went silent. Alex stared at the ceiling, mind racing. I should have known better than to scan that code. She tried everything, deleting apps, clearing caches, resetting the phone. Nothing worked. Apps reinstalled themselves. Snippets of unfamiliar code flickered across the screen. The smartwatch vibrated with strings of numbers that felt like threats. The sense of violation deepened when a friend called, asking about strange messages sent from Alex's number. Messages Alex had never written. Her accounts weren't just hacked. Someone else was in control. There was a moment when Alex thought about leaving their devices behind, hoping for relief. But as she entered her apartment building, another QR code stared back from the glass door, smudged, identical to the first. Alex tore it off, rushed upstairs, only to find another taped to her own door. The realization settled in. This wasn't just about corrupted devices. Someone had crossed into their physical world, tracking them step by step. Now, the line between digital and real had blurred. Alex stood outside their apartment, the paper sticker trembling in their hand, and wondered just how close the watcher had come. Nowhere left to hide. By week's end, QR codes appeared in places Alex couldn't ignore. On the mailbox, the hood of the car, even taped over the peephole of the front door. This was no accident. Each new sticker felt like a message. Someone was tracking Alex's every move, not just online, but out in the open, close enough to reach out and touch. Panic set in. Alex tore down every code they found, tossing them in the trash, hoping that would end it. But the codes multiplied. Wherever Alex turned, alley walls, the streetlight outside the office, the seat of the usual subway car, another sticker waited. It was as if the world itself had turned into a map of threats, the digital and physical merging until escape felt impossible. Desperation took over. Alex powered off every device, cut the Wi-Fi, deleted apps, and tried to disappear. There was a brief silence, but it only made the next attack stand out more. When Alex opened the laptop to search for help, the screen froze. The webcam blinked on, then 3 words appeared. "Why are you running?" The laptop snapped shut in a wave of panic. Every device felt like an eye. Every word, every move exposed. Imagine looking around your own living room and feeling watched. Alex did. The smart TV, the speaker, the clock, all once symbols of comfort, now felt like silent witnesses. The sense of safety in familiar spaces vanished. Even with cameras covered and plugs pulled, the messages kept coming, as if the invader fed on fear. One morning, after a night spent staring at the ceiling, Alex's phone lit up with a new horror. A photo of herself, curled up on the couch the night before, taken from the angle of the smart TV. It was undeniable proof that someone was always watching. If you're feeling uneasy, smash that subscribe button and let me know in the comments if you could live like this. Alex tried to run. Leaving the city seemed like the only answer, but the reminders followed. At a gas station miles away, a QR code waited on the pump, this one scraped with the faint outline of Alex's name. There was no distance far enough, no place untouched. When Alex finally returned to pick up the last of her things, the apartment felt heavier, like the walls themselves were closing in. On the surface of the smart home assistant, a new code had been scratched in, deep and deliberate. Alex didn't need to scan it. The message was clear. This wasn't just about being tracked, it was about trust. Trust in the devices that fill our lives, the systems we rely on, the lines between convenience and vulnerability. Alex's world had become a trap, one built from their own habits, their own choices. The realization settled in. When the things meant to protect you become the threat, there really is nowhere left to hide. What happens when the danger isn't hiding in the shadows, but woven into the fabric of your everyday life? Some of the biggest threats lurk in the QR codes you scan. These simple, unassuming squares are everywhere, inviting you to unlock discounts, menus, or contests. But every scan is a leap of trust. The convenience of a connected world always comes with risk, even if you can't see it. Before you pull out your phone in a moment of curiosity, ask yourself, who placed that code? What door did you just open? Is your digital life as secure as you believe? Share your worst scan story below, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-world horror. Think twice next time.